Every pilot would always say to me, do you have a fear of flying? I'm like, yeah, I have a fear of flying. I get it, the physics, it's been explained to me, but I still don't care. I'm in something that's metal that weighs however many tons, that's going 500 miles an hour, a few miles above the earth. So when I get in an airplane, I'm giving the keys to somebody who's going to fly me somewhere. It's like, okay, I don't know anything about them. I don't like to get in cars with people who are driving that I don't know. A plane should be no different.
We're at a positive rate. You know, we have a history of incidents that we could draw from, and we researched them all. And our fictional plane crash is loosely based on a lot of incidents that happened over the last couple of decades.
It's quite terrifying what we're trying to do and recreate this heroic crash landing, which is going through this turbulent air flight, and people turning and flipping. It's quite chaotic and fun.
Actually, I'm a pilot, and I love airplanes. And the thing that is interesting about an airplane incident is that we can all relate to it because we live our lives on airplanes. And when something goes wrong on an airplane, it's very dramatic, and it lends itself to great cinema.
Everything about the major flight sequences are storyboarded. They're all done also in the computer as an animatic.
What the previs did is it gave us an idea of what are the shots that Bob wants, and then we could plan and measure and really get everything lined up so that we know exactly what we need to do on the day of the shoot.
Boom that way. Now that's the shot we want. Kid falls. Boom, that's good. Now the plane goes back around, and it stops at 90 degrees, and keep going. Stop. Puke, 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 puke. Keep going. So that's pretty good. You almost got it, so there.
The left engine!
Let it roll. The majority of this is seeing it from the captain's point of view.
We'll flop around and we'll do the whole scene again and sort of get with you on the line. So that's my favorite. That's it's all good.
And Denzel, you know, he doesn't want to have someone else in there doing his stunts, and that's great that he approaches it from that point of view. Obviously, if something is going to be too dangerous for him, or you know, we feel that it's dangerous, then we talk to him about it, we work through it, but he's a trooper.
You get to get in a thing and act like you're flying a plane and hang upside down. You know, it's still being a kid. I mean, that's the fun of it. I got a great job.
We have three basic kind of gimbals helping operate our plane. One is motion base. It does not take the full weight of the whole plane, so we have to use just sections when we're filming on that piece. And so we can really get the plane as it starts to invert in the story.
We're at a positive rate. You're up.
Doing the research on our script and going through it with our director, we realized that the plane goes through different layers of trouble. So we've chosen to use softer methods for the buffeting through the clouds, which would be airbags, which we can control that weight and move it up and down and kind of give it the idea that we're floating through clouds.
It's kind of like if you had a 64 Impala that you were looking to hop up and down. Yeah, but you have, you know, what is a huge wide-body fuselage hopping up and down, and I got uncomfortable just watching the monitor. I was like, I just kept saying, I don't want to be on that plane. And everyone's like, we're on a stage. I was like, I don't care. I still don't want to be on that plane. In the process of doing my research, there was a black box recording that I read of a plane that had an incident with their tail. As this plane rolled over on them, the pilots were commenting back and forth, at least upside down, we're flying.
There was an air show where they did take a 707, invert it, and go through a barrel roll and show that, yes, it can happen. Is it something that we, as you know, I'm a flight instructor, do we as instructors go through that with the students? No.
We have a more complicated rig. We've been jokingly calling the rotisserie because it's like what you would actually put on a spit over a grill.
Okay, roll the plane, please. On a 3 count. 3, 2, 1.
We have the plane fit into steel rings, and we're able to invert it. And the people inside, hair, necklaces, you name it, it's all reacting to what gravity would really do.
It was a very complicated scene, and you know, hanging about 50 people upside down is time-consuming and scary to do. Now let's go to 90.
Our gimbal has been designed to support the weight of our plane, which is around 8,000 to 10,000 pounds, and then 40 people. We're averaging about 185 per person. We're trying to be kind to some and a little cruel to others, and so 30,000 pounds roughly we're going to turn upside down. Some of it human, some of it just in steel and weight.
And action.
One of the reasons we used a real airplane to roll upside down versus building a fake one ourselves is because they're actually built to withstand the stresses of going upside down. The seats here can actually take a load of 9 to 12 Gs before they give out.
Come on here. Isn't that great? It's terrifying. Good stuff, Charlie.
We can't put the entire fuselage of the plane, all 17 rows, on this rotisserie at once. So what we decided to do is cut it in half. And then we're actually digitally seaming them together. When we go to shoot the front part of the plane, it's actually going to look like this in front of the camera. So having the green helps Bob to see what his shot is actually going to look like at the end of the day.
The safety advisors that we had on the set said we could hang the people upside down for a minute. And then we had to turn everybody right side up again. And we warned everyone not to eat a large breakfast or a large lunch because you're going to be turned upside down. So luckily we didn't have any accidents.
Thank you. Thank you. Bob, at full power.
It's pretty horrific what happens, and I don't think they'll be showing it on airplanes in the future.